Section 6.3 starts on page 260. And what we're going to talk about on section 3 is unit pricing. Unit pricing means per one of something. Okay, 260. It means per one of something. This is how, when you're looking at stuff, you can determine what's the better buy. Like how much in each thing or of something that costs. So when it comes to unit pricing, it says grocery stores often give the unit price for their products. Unit pricing is a technique that allows shoppers to compare the prices of various items. Use the information to determine which size of a product is best buy based on price. If you've ever gone to Marketplace, and I know Colin works at Marketplace, but if you've ever gone to Marketplace, and just using grocery stores for an example, produce is always per one of something. Like the other day, I had to go there and I bought bananas, and I think they were like 55 cents a pound. That's a unit price because it's 55 cents per 1 pound. It's per one of something. It's not per banana, it's per pound. Okay? A hamburger at the grocery store always has the unit price on there, whether it says it's $4 a pound, but then on the tag, it will tell you how much it actually costs for the entire package. Same thing with deli meat. It's like $6.99 a pound, and then times by how many pounds you get, and that's how much it costs you. But what we're going to look at is we're going to look at unit pricing. And the formula that we use for unit price is equal to the price of the item divided by measure or count. Okay, and what they mean by that, measure or count, is bananas or meat or whatever was in per pound. So that would be a measure. Count would be like if you bought
20 plastic storage bags.
20 plastic storage bags, therefore that would be, the count would be 20, because you have 20 of those. Or a 12-pack of Gatorade, or whatever. Okay? Then you could divide it by that many. You may have to carry the unit price past the nearest penny in order to compare which one's cheaper. Now, when I was younger, and when my sons and whatnot were in diapers, that's one thing that we would do a lot, was we would compare prices for diapers. Because as a young family, you don't have that much money, and then when you have a baby on top of it, it helps to save any money that you can. So, for that particular purpose, we would sit there and we would figure out how much it was per diaper, and then that's the one, whatever one was the cheapest, that's what we buy. Just by buying the big name brands doesn't necessarily mean the best either. So, the first one that they say is they say a 4.5 pound chicken costs $5.25. So the first thing that you do is you put the $5.25 on the top. And you have a 4.5 pound chicken that goes in the bottom. If you've ever gone to Marketplace, they have those rotisserie chickens right in the front. Like usually right by the cash registers. Why do they put them there? Colin, why do they put them there instead of back with the rest of the meat?
To catch people's eyes.
To catch people's eyes. It's a marketing technique, right? You put it there so that the smell hopefully entices people to then actually buy them. Are they about 4.5 pounds? I'd say it's pretty close by the time the actual meat on them compared to the rest of it. Are they about $5.25? I think they're close to that, right? I think. Okay. So what I want to know is, what I want you to figure out for this is what's the price per pound. So here's what you do. You take $5.25 divided by $4 or 4.5. What do you get?
I thought it was the other way.
Nope. It's always the price divided by how much? How much? I can't read that.
It says 1.1666666.
1.167, if I round that far. Okay? So that is the price per pound.
Would you just want us to round it to 1.17?
No. And the reason why you don't want to do that is because in a few minutes here, we're going to do somewhere we're comparing. And you might have to carry it even further past a penny. Because some of them might say orange juice is this much for 20 ounces and this much for a liter. And it might be look the same to 2 decimal places, but not to 3. So I go to 3. Number 2, a 20-count package of plastic storage bags costs $2.29. So the price, $2.29. On top of how many plastic storage bags are there? 20. So what is $2.29 divided by 20? Point 1145 per bag. Now, when I write that slash like that, that's the same as you saying the word per, P-E-R, okay? So when you see that, that's just the same thing as me putting per bag, all right? I'd rather put a slash like that because I don't like to write. All right, number 3, batteries. $2.89 for a 4-pack. So $2.89 is the price. You're getting 4. So what's $2.89
This is number 3, right?
divided by 4? Yes, it is. So what's the unit price? How much? 7225. Okay. Per, what was it, battery? Okay. Now, when you're looking at that, one of the things that you got to be very careful about, I don't remember if it shows up in this one or not, but in previous books, it used to show up something like this. It used to say what's the unit price on something that has a 4-pack of 8 batteries each. So when you're doing something like that, if you have a 4 with 8 batteries each, that's really 32 batteries that you'd have, not 4. Okay? So you got to be careful with that part. I don't see that off the top of my head, but it might show up tomorrow or Monday, I mean. Okay? What do you think of this? Okay? This is what we're doing on this particular assignment. So, if you look on page 260 to 261.
Is it easy?